Busy weeknights call for quick and easy dinners like this shrimp tempura udon. All you need is less than 30 minutes. I'll show you how, so stick around. Aloha mai kako, my name is Relle and welcome to my kitchen where I like to share all my favorite Hawaiian and local recipes. As a busy working mom, weekdays are, well, busy. So quick and easy dinners are my go-to. And here's one of my favorite. Let's make some shrimp tempura udon. So udon is a thick noodle and the soup base is like a shoyu base. Shoyu is Japanese style soy sauce. So udon noodles, you can get them like this. They're dried and wrapped in bundles. You can get them in the Asian aisle at any grocery store, or most, I should say. They also make them pre-cooked and bagged that you just kind of heat up. I sent my husband to the store and this is the one he came back with, so this is the one we're gonna use. I go back and forth between the two. It doesn't really matter which one. So I've got a pot of water heating up over here. These ones cook through really quickly. I don't know if you can tell, but it's a thicker noodle, like fettuccine, maybe a little bit thicker. And this only takes a couple of minutes to cook through. That goes in, and you'll want to cook this up. As you can see, it's already starting to soften. So if you use the noodles that are pre-cooked, it's a lot quicker. Really, it's just heating it up. But this one is dried, so it does need to cook up a little bit longer. So let me get this boiled up and I'll come back and I'll make the dashi or the soup base with you. Super, super yummy. Be right back. So I decided to make things move a little bit quicker. I moved the noodles to the stove to get that going. My hot plate, the circle or the heating ring is kind of small and that pot's big, so it would have took a while. So I figure I could get the dashi going while that's going and multitask, because you figure at home you have more than one base than I do. So now to make the dashi, a small pot, you're gonna add some water. And you're gonna let that come to a boil or at least a high simmer. And then you're gonna wanna add the dashi base. And that's where I'd like to mahalo my sponsor for today's video, Foodland Hawaii. As always, thoughts and opinions are my own. So Foodland came out with their Maika'i line for 2 new products. This is dashi powder. And the great thing about this, there's no MSG in either of them, but it tastes really yummy. So 2 options, you can get the shiitake and kombu. Shiitake is mushroom, kombu is like dried kelp. So this one is, if you're vegetarian, this maybe is the better option. Or if you don't mind, this one has bonito flakes, which is fish flakes. So, look it, go ahead, boil over. Hold on. I make mistakes. It's part of everything. But that's what happens. The pot, so normally you would use a high wall pot. I used a shorter one because the bottom wasn't as big, but that's my fault. So I'll get back to that in a little bit. While this is going anyway, let's use this one and I'll show you what it looks like. So inside they have packets like this, and inside is a powder base. So for each packet, you'll use 1 cup of water. I put 2 cups in here, so we'll go ahead and use 2 packets, okay? So I'll be right back. Let me clean that up and we'll get the dashi going. All right, I got that cleaned up. So what I did is I drained the noodles out so it's sitting not in the water. And I made a mistake earlier. I said half a packet to 1 cup. I put 2 cups of water in here, so it'll be 1 packet. Half a packet to 1 cup. 2 cups, 1 packet. So now that the water is boiling, so this is a powder base. I don't know if you can see. It's a powdered stock. It's a lot of flavor. Go ahead and add 1 packet to 2 cups of water. Whisk, fork, whatever, totally up to you. Go ahead and mix that in. And then to make it an udon base, what I like to do is add a little bit of shoyu. Shoyu is, like I mentioned, Japanese style soy sauce that can be found in the Asian aisle at most grocery stores. I feel like I say that all the time. And then mirin. Mirin is like a sweeter cooking sauce that gives it some nice flavor. And then all you want to do is bring that back up to a boil. to get all those flavors to marry together. So now for shrimp tempura udon, obviously you'll need some shrimp tempura. So I've got some fried up here. If you want a recipe for how I make shrimp tempura, let me know in the comments below and I can make a video of that. So I've got some of that already here. I also, in mine, like to add some green onions. I'm gonna use the rest of this at some other point, but I figure I'll go ahead and just use the tops of a couple of them. And then you'll just wanna thinly slice like that. And then I also like to put in mine some kamaboko. Kamaboko is Japanese fish cake. It comes on a block of wood like this particular brand. They make different colors and flavors and things. This is my favorite. As a kid, oh my goodness, I would sneak and get a piece of it all the time. So I just like to make thin cuts like this. One for me. Whatever you don't use, put it back in the fridge. Super yummy. You can make kamaboko dip. I have a recipe for that. I'll link it in the description box below, or you can click the card here. That one's super yummy. But this works great in like noodle dishes and things like that. Also, I like to put a couple of pieces of nori. Nori is roasted seaweed. It comes in little like strips like this. You use it to make musubis. Those are super yummy. If you're from Hawaii, you know what those are. But musubi, spam, rice, nori, so good. Okay, dashi is good. So actually, let me grab the noodles. I'll be right back. All right, I got my udon noodles. So what I'll do is I'll go ahead and put that. Two good sized bowls you can make with this. If that's too much for you, you can, split it even further. You'll want to rinse your noodles after it's done so they don't stick together, or if you get them straight into the bowl right after, that works as well too. Okay, noodles are in the bowl. Now we've got the dashi, so you'll put about half in one and half in the other. So now what I like to do is top it with some green onions. Now if you like spice, you can add some shichimi togarashi. That's like a Japanese spice. You can sprinkle that over if you like that. A couple of pieces of kamaboko on top. A piece of nori. And of course, you can't have shrimp tempura udon without shrimp tempura, right? So 2 of those. And that's how you make shrimp tempura udon. If you like this recipe and you want to check out another udon recipe, then check out this video here. And until next time, ahui ho!